Good morning. Happy Thursday. Wow, Thursday already. Time flies when you're trading. All right, let's take a look at the news. What's going on with the news today? We've got initial jobless claims already happened. 10 a.m. news, 10:30, and then got some news on bonds a little later today, but I'll hopefully be long gone by then. Trump is starting to talk with world leaders in the UK, and I guess that explains this little flush out of nowhere. I was watching it. I was getting ready to stream. And yeah, we just came down about 100 points. Holy cow, that was pretty quick. 100 points. And came right to this top. Was the breakout tab. Boom. Back up. Nico, good morning. Good morning to everyone. Welcome to the stream. I'm coming in with some green from last night, trading gold. So let's see if we can get some more green. Trading NQ this morning. All right, Trump is speaking or talking or meeting with some folks overseas. So we're going to have to be careful with this whole UK thing. The jobless claims came in above expectations. I'm sorry, below expectations. Good. And slightly below the previous report. All right, good morning, Nico. Good morning, Carlos. Buy the dip. Yeah, man. Shoulda, coulda, woulda down here. That was the entry right there. So all-time highs, 765. That was set during the overnight session. I don't see any reason to try to short this today unless we have a sharp pullback. So let's find the place to long this. All-time highs now at 765, right? 762. They pushed it last night. Good morning to everyone. Let's try to get this show on the road today. Nico, H1 showing correction to the downside. Obviously has to work through all the lower time frames with ups and downs. Yep. Well, let's see if we come back down for the gap fill at where's previous day high? 552. We got a pivot point down at 600, I think it is. 600. So let's see if it's a sharper pullback or bulls in control and they continue to rally today before any significant pullback. Nico, yeah, I saw the 400. Congrats on your trade. I actually longed 400. I had set an alarm for that area and walked out, I think, with like 30 or 40 points on my personal account right into FOMC and walked out. But I did see your trade all the way down to 400 play out, so nice trade. And I was looking at that 400 area for the bounce. I took that trade on my personal, captured I think 35, 40 points on that. All day today. But that was a nice trade. It played out throughout the day. When it picked up steam, chased 400 pretty quickly. All right, how much time for the open? We got 10 minutes to the open. Happy Thursday, man. Time flies. For some reason, I thought it was Wednesday. Tomorrow's Friday already. Time flies when you're having fun. I was trading gold last night. I think I'm getting hooked on gold, trading it at night. Got some nice profits. I'm going to be trading a few more accounts this morning. Other than that, most of my accounts are locked today. But we'll see if we can get some more green in a few. Not all. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Alrighty. So Trump is meeting overseas. I'm going to have to be careful today with all the Trump UK news. Let's take a look at that. I do have news at 10 a.m. I've got an alarm for that. Let's see. So there is that press conference going on right now, and I guess that's what Trump was talking and pushed the market down about 100 points. But the news didn't hold, so buy the dip. All right, good morning. Good morning to everyone. All right, so we hit all-time highs, 765, and then took a pretty sharp pullback, about 100 points. Anybody hopping on that late got pulled back pretty nasty. Now the question is, are we going to take a stronger pullback, or this is the bounce? I'm in the green, so I'm going to be patient today. I can wait for a little bit today and figure out what it's going to do. Julian, good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. Welcome to the stream. Thursday, and not looking to go too crazy. Julio La Torre, good morning, sir. Nicolas Gomez, the man from the other side of the ocean. Good morning. All right, good morning to everybody. Well, NASDAQ hit all-time highs and flushed 100 points back down. Trapping any longs going for that breakout. You either got stopped out or you're holding on to dear life, hoping for the bounce. Now the question is, are they going to bounce this? It came right to VWAP and bounced, or do we get a further pullback, a healthy pullback down to 600 would be what's it called, pivot point. But we shall see. Yeah, I saw that. Let me bring up CNBC. I saw that Nvidia and Intel getting married this morning, which is interesting because Trump was trying to get, or the US was investing in Intel. So right now, I guess Trump's agenda is he wants Intel or US chip makers to continue to lead in the world versus China and the rest of the world starting to pick up with their chips. So this is pretty interesting. First the government and now Nvidia investing in Intel. I guess under Trump's agenda, he wants to make sure that Intel continues to be the leader in the world for chips, which is good. But yeah, a lot of eyes on Intel right now. First the government, now Nvidia investing, and I guess Beijing is freezing Nvidia's access to the Chinese market. So there's a battle now in the tech world, and US or Trump is battling China through all these incentives to promote American technology. It's good for the US. Tom, good morning. DJ NYCEN, good morning. So very interesting with Intel and Trump's agenda. Make sure Intel continues to be the leader in the world. First the government investing and now Nvidia investing in Intel. Is that going to be enough for world dominance in the tech sector? No. All right, looks like the bounce was that VWAP touch at 660. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. We got 2 minutes for the open. Are the bulls going to pick it up as easy as let's go? Back to all-time highs, or are we getting a sharper pullback first? I'm already in some green, so I can take it easy. I want to sit back and watch. Of course, I always say that, and then I hit the buy button. Tom, good morning. Good morning to everyone. Let's try to grab some green and walk out quickly. All right, we got about a minute and a half for the open. There's some Trump news going on overseas, so be careful. UK, Trump in the UK in a meeting right now. Probably what dropped the market 100 points. Let's get it. Market opens in 30. Oh, Carlos going with his classic long at the open. I love it. Casino for my NASDAQ DGens opens in 30 seconds. "30 seconds. Will she go up or will she go down? I don't know. Three, two, one. Casino's officially open, boys. VWAP touch again. It's watching VWAP here. 200 SMA down at 640. Gonna be patient here. Let's let it do its thing. All right, testing the low of this move down. Are they going for further downside is the question. Or will VWAP hold for continuation to the upside? Ooh, what a trap there. Ooh. Bulls pushing.
Order filled.
Gonna hop on. Let's hope it's not a trap. Get into that, back into range. Push. There we go. Get back into range. Get back into range and push. There we go. Come on, push. No juice. Push. Come on. There we go. Come on, push. There we go. Come on, push. There we go. Push. We get a 200 SMA touch up here. Push. Come on.
Order filled.
I'm letting it go for now. All right, we got a little scalp there on that break. Let's see what it's going to do. Are they going to continue to push up or fade this now to the downside? The trap is set. Is this it for the bulls? And now we go downtown? No, I'm just going to scalp it. All right, watching for price action to come back into this range, right? This is the overnight range. This was the flush, little look below and fail, or continuation. So not overstaying my welcome until we figure out direction. For now, if I enter, it's a quick little scalp, see money, take money. I am in the green coming in from last night on gold, so be patient. All right, so that's a good wick. Came back down to test the 9 for potential continuation there. To the upside. That was a nice touch of the 9 and a nice bounce. But playing the chop, it's playing the rubber band, so I'm going to leave it alone for now. Struggling up there. Looks like it wants a little pullback. It's building a tight little ascending channel there. So tempting to long it. All right, the rubber band's there. It's rubber banding. Careful. Came back down to test the bottom of that channel. See the bottom of this channel playing out. 9 EMA providing support on each pullback. I'm going to let that one go for now. We'll see how high this goes. Peter Chan, good morning, sir. Eco probably coming up to about 730-ish, testing that 200 SMA. You got a pivot point right there at 730. So I'm going to let that one go. Already took a quick little scalp on that. And let's wait for direction now. Guys, I'll be right back. I just realized I'm missing something here. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I just realized that I didn't have my Tradesyncer window up. And here we go. All right, we're good now. Nico might short this push up later. That's what I'm waiting for. I don't think... I mean, I'll watch. I'm nicely in the green already. I don't have to stress myself, but there could be a nice short building today if we don't conquer all-time highs again. But I got all the time in the world now. All right, so this area becoming resistance to 200 SMA, finally providing the final resistance on that move up. And now let's see how low will she go. If it breaks below this level, VWAP is at 665, 68. It's held so far on 2 touches. It's the third time a charm and finally flush it down. Oh no. Wish I knew. So far, unable to come back into the overnight range though. But I'm liking the short. That's what they've done every single time. All-time high has been set during the overnight session. The New York session comes and flushes that overnight high. Then the bulls set the overnight high during the New York session. But pretty much it's been playing out for the last 2 months. Every time an overnight high is set during the Asia session, New York flushes it, fades it, and then reestablishes the all-time high during New York. So we'll see. We're at VWAP right now. Let me watch a couple of things here on my other chart. I'm going to be patient today. I don't need to push. All right, VWAP. Is this third time's a charm for the bounce or third time's a charm for the flush? 2 touches on VWAP. One was a 100-point pullback touch. This one right here. Bounced. Second one bounced. Third one. That finally the time they break through. Ooh, they're breaking through. All right, pivot point then. Then we look at pivot point. Where is our next pivot point? 600 area. 200 SMA on the 5-minute. It is at 635. Top onto the 5-minute here. Watch the moving averages there. There we go. 200 SMA, touch right there. That's usually my get in. Long it, my counter trade. But I got to be respectful of these bears. I got to be respectful of the bears. If they're going to make a move, they're going to flush through levels today. Let's watch that pivot point, 600. Or will the 200 SMA hold? Now we're watching the 5-minute. I already took a little scalp on this in the green, so I'm not pushing my luck. We'll see. We're going to wait for direction here. All right, so 200 SMA, no bounce, significant bounce, at least not yet. Pivot point is at 600. I'm watching the 5-minute now for a little bit until I see what's happening here. Previous all-time high, the strong all-time high was 645, right? That held for a week or two. And we just came back and tested the previous all-time high right there. And let's see what happens. Gonna be nice and patient today. I'm in the green. I don't need to give it back. I already took a little scalp, got some green. Not rushing anything today. All right, 200 SMA, trying to hold. Not the bounce that I'm used to seeing at a 200 SMA on a 5-minute. So let's wait for that pivot point, 600. Let's be patient. How far will she go before the bounce? Or a healthy pullback? Strong pullback today. Akanashi candles, red. Had a couple greens with wicks. Top onto Akanashi candles here. Indecision. I'm watching Akanashi on my laptop over here. All right, let's hop back into my world, the 1-minute, the degen world. All right, looks like bounce is happening at that 200 SMA. We talked about that 200 SMA on the 5-minute. So far, a touch. Tempting to bounce for 10 points. Still not significant. I wouldn't call that just a bounce just yet. So I'm going to be patient. 600 is the next pivot point. It's damn too close. I would say that's almost a given that it's going to come and touch that pivot point at 600. So let's be patient. All right, pivot point down here. 600 coming in strong for that pivot point. Wow. Kushal, good morning, sir. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. All right, looks like we got a bear day in the making here. Pivot point at 600, not a touch, not an official touch yet, but close enough at 610. Yeah, let me mark that pivot point right there. That's the pivot point. That line right there is the pivot point. Oops. And let's see what happens at that pivot point. We've both broken some structure here. If we go below that pivot point, there's no way I'm going to try to long this anytime soon. Breaking structure, boys. All right, that's a full pivot point to pivot point play. Let's take a look at TradingView, how I'm looking at it on TradingView. All right, this is my 5-minute, my 15, and my 30-minute. We hovered up here above this pivot point. That's R2, came full. Q loves its pivot points, right? And we're bouncing right there at that pivot point right now, the 600. That's usually my entry, but I'm going to watch today for a little bit. I'm already in the green, not interested in giving it back. But if we were to break down below that pivot point, then I'd say we'd be in trouble for further downside. Pivot point held, 20-point bounce so far. Still not the short squeeze bounce, which is what I would be watching for only. Not taking any other trade today. I'm not interested in these bears flushing this today. If I see the play for a bounce, then I'll take it. If not, I'm in watch mode. We are in a tight descending channel right now. All right, remember that line is the pivot point. Let's see, or that level, right? It's not an exact number. That area is the pivot point. See if they can build a bounce here. Or further downside. They're already down about 140 points from the all-time high. All right, looks like they're getting out of that descending channel. Let's see if it's a fake out and then flush it right back down, or that's the bounce. So far, that 600 bounce, the pivot point bounce, nice 30, 40 point bounce right now. Didn't take it today, but of course, the day I don't take the bounce, that's when it happens. And a V recovery here. So now they're going to have to come back and test the bottom of this overnight range. If that becomes resistance, then further a leg down, or all-time highs today, but not guessing today. Already got some greens, so I'm going to be a little picky on this. Wow, it came and touched that pivot point to the T and bounced, man. Wow. The day I don't take the trade, that's the day the pivot point plays to the T. Unbelievable. I mean, you couldn't have marked it any better with that pivot point touch. Wow. All right, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Eco taking that long to 690, 684. Nicely done. All right, let's see what happens here. That's the area. It's been resistance to the upside so far. Can they push back into the overnight range and continue their way up to all-time highs? I'm still shocked on this pivot point when I drew the pivot point. Look where it came to, and literally right there was the bounce. DJ NYC long at 630 was like, damn, this is a loser, and then closed out just now. Wow, nice. That was a nice ride. All right, let's see what happens here. Bear is going to pick this up. So far, that 20 SMA on the 5-minute has been providing resistance to the upside. Take a look at the 5-minute. There we go. We had this touch where I got out, and we had this touch, refusing to allow price action to come back into the overnight range. We had one attempt, two attempts, no cigar. But until they break back into that overnight range, I'm bullish just yet. Jesse James, the man, the myth, the legend. Good morning, sir. All right, so far in the green with a little scalp. This pivot point, man, this pivot point bounce was the play. Christopher Zazek, good morning. All right, so the 20 SMA again providing resistance to the upside. Bulls have not been able to get back into that overnight range for continuation to all-time highs. Doesn't mean they won't, they just haven't been able to just yet. So that 20 SMA is providing resistance. Touched it right at the open, flushed down, touched it again, and looks like they're trying to build their play. Viv for short, what's going on, girl? Haven't seen you in a little bit. Hope everything is well with you. Good to see you today. Happy Thursday. All right, looks like the play to the upside is starting to fade. 20 SMA providing some resistance to the upside. I'm watching that 5-minute. They're starting to build a descending channel now. So I'm going to be patient on it. Wait for the chop to end. Eco 677 short. VWAP's at 660 right now. Can they bounce VWAP, or are they going to flush this to oblivion today? Alexa, stop. All right, so we got news in 5 minutes, right? Got my Alexa alarm. What's the news today? Yellow folder. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. All right, so we got a yellow folder event today. Let's take a look at the news. Hold on. Yellow folder here. 3830. US leading index change. And we got another one at 7:30. All right. All right, a little bit of back and forth here, undecided in terms of price action. Now it's in a range going up and down. Is that it for today? We're going to be in a range. Christopher Zazek. Never listens, man. Never listens. We got news in 4 minutes. Yellow folder. Let's see what it does. See what NQ wants to do. And slowing down. No direction just yet. All right, there we go. News drop in 3 minutes. Are we going to the moon with the news? Right now, it's going nowhere. NASDAQ, going nowhere. Carlos, moon it. Long it to the moon. Long it to the moon. All right, news in, what is it? 2 minutes now. 2 minutes for the news. In the meantime, while we wait to see what NQ wants to do, if you're enjoying the content, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe button. We do this every morning. For the NASDAQ Degens, playing the New York Open, Monday through Friday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. If you're enjoying the content, smash that like, smash that subscribe. It does help me out with the YouTube algo. So far, NQ going nowhere. Jesse, no more YOLOing. I think after last night, the house account is in some red. I'm going to trade it later today or something and bring it back. Since I cost the house account some red. All right, trying to get back into that overnight range. All right, pushing. News in 15 seconds. I think the house account, I think some people took the house account too seriously last night. Unbelievable. Just an eval, guys. So to make it fair, I'll bring it back to those levels and let you guys trade it again. All right, it's coming back in to range. The news just dropped. Nothing, Burger. Kushai, did you hold that trade? Which trade? The one I just entered? No, I closed it already. I already got some profit. I'm in the green now. I'm watching. Jesse, yeah, man. No, I know you're good. Just, you know how everybody else is. Unbelievable. But anyways, let's get back to today. All right, still unable to break through. Well, it's working. I'll tell you that. It's working. It's grinding its way up. Let's see how far she goes. Kushal, the last night on gold. No, that trade was closed for a loss on the house account. Yeah, house account took a accidental trade because of me last night. We're supposed to long NQ, and I ended up longing gold by accident and took some heavy drawdown. I went back and took a look at what happened. It entered with 2 trades with 2 longs, and then when I realized the mistake, I tried to close, and instead of closing, of course, I added, so it ended up with 4 contracts in a long, and that one took some pain. So the house account's in pain right now, but we'll fix it. We'll fix it and get it back for you guys. Christopher Zazik, I thought it was funny. I was hoping that the account was going to get blown just for TV, but I guess that's the last time I'll entertain a loss on the house account. I thought it was funny as hell. Jesse, yeah, your long hit target right to the T, literally like within a minute or two after I ended the stream. No, you had 3 contracts, and you did get some green back, but the house account is still in some red. All right, NQ grinding its way up. Jesse, you could be right. Maybe it was 4. I thought it was just 3, but I could be wrong. But yeah, you're right. I think you entered with 3 and we added another one. I think you are right. All right, it's pushing. He's a pushing. Stair stepping, but pushing. All right, coming up to that pivot point. Pivot point is at R2 again, 733, going for all-time highs. Pushing, pushing. Ooh, I think Peter's setup is about to happen, right, Peter? You're looking at, ooh, a little too late. You're looking at 729 right now. I think your breakout is about to happen. Just watching the Heikinashi. Took 4 already. Yeah, I saw that. All right, yep. I saw it a little too late. All right, so NQ grinding back up to all-time highs. Bid 4 short. Looks like we're going for all-time highs, so I'm watching it now. Pushing, pushing. How high will she go? How high will she go? P. Cooper's out. Nicely done. I'm assuming you were in a long. I don't think I read you earlier, but I'm assuming you're in a long. All right, let's see how all-time highs, where all-time highs take us today. Cooper, 50 points. That's nice, man. Nice trade. Nicely done. They're stepping its way to all-time highs. How high will it go? If they do break above all-time high or current all-time high, it'll be interesting to see how far they go with this move. Blue sky territory above 760. I'm locking in my green. Probably no more trades for me. But I'll watch all-time high. So they've done this for what? 2 months now. Every time all-time high is set during the Asia or the overnight session. They fade it first and then they come back. Set all-time highs during the New York. Played out every single time for the last month or two. All right, I think we just hit all-time high there, or a new all-time high, right? 767. I believe we just did by a couple points. We did. Oh, I see that this is. Move this over here. There we go. Video. All right. Continuing to push. How high will it go today? As the NASDAQ setting all-time highs. Slow grind, stair stepping up. Taking a little pullback there. Pushed all-time high by what? 4 points? If that. About 4 points. And the stair stepping. And going nowhere. Stuck. When will the break happen to all-time highs? It's only a matter of time. How high will it go? How high will she go today? It's a big expansion opportunity play here. But like I said, I'm locking in my green. I'm done. Done. Here they go. Here's the pop. They're going to pop all-time highs and keep going. Let's do. Not yet. Hovering. Waiting for the pop here. Waiting for the pop. MQ taking its time to pop into all-time highs. Taking its lovely time. All right, is this it right here? Popping it? Oh, not yet. There she goes. There she goes. She's about to take off. And all-time highs. There we go. Pushing. There's nothing but blue sky from here on. And looks like NQ will be stair-stepping for the rest of the day through all-time highs. Pushing. Come on. Big boner candle through that all-time high. Taking its time. How high will she go? Christopher Zazek, yeah, man, nice directional day, just grinding up, no severe pullbacks, just ride that long through all-time highs. Christopher, that's similar to your long yesterday on Nikki, right? Very minimal pullbacks, just riding that 9 EMA. Yep, every little pullback's being bought up and just playing that channel to the upside. I'm locking in my profit though. No more trades for me. Came in with some nice green trading gold last night. My accounts. And I think that's it. I want to see how far she goes though. Today's the day. Just hop on along and close your eyes. Oh, Christopher, Nikkei. Let's take a look at Nikkei. I know you were in a long last night. It was a nice push up. Oh, it continues, huh? Wow. That coming in from last night? Yeah. Oh. What's gold doing? Oh, we flushed. Funny how gold is moving with NQ. Actually, no. It took the same pullback, but gold hasn't recovered as far back. Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. Something happened here. All right. I don't know why it does that. Glad I wasn't in a trade. That would have been scary. All right, NQ just riding that ascending channel. Every pullback's being bought up. Going through all-time highs. I'm locking in my green. No more trades for me, but I'll watch. Let's see how far she goes. Well, good morning to everyone. If you're new to the stream and enjoying the content, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. I do this every morning, Monday through Friday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern, live streaming, trading the New York Open. We're trying to trade the New York Open. And then we do late Asia session, 9:15 p.m. Eastern as well, Monday through Thursday. So tonight will be the Friday night for the Asia session. Like I said, I've done for trading today. I'm locking in the green. Got some nice green coming in from last night. Fooling around with gold and got a lucky night with gold. And caught one trade during the open, and that's it. That's it for me. Locking it in. Time flies. Tomorrow is Friday already. Wow, another week done. The month is almost done. And there it goes. NQ pushing. Christopher says again, an unlucky night with gold for the house account. Yeah, the house account took a crazy dump because of me. All right, NQ, stair-stepping it, patiently going up. Let's see how high it's going to go. Looking for that 800 break now. Damn, 24,800, man. The U.S. economy is resilient. Unbelievable. Little stair steps, keeps pushing. Yeah, this is Powell moving the market. Beamer USA, thank you, sir. Hope you're having a great day too. Looks like everybody in the chat's in the green today. Christopher, if Nikki can give a pullback, we might try the house account on it tonight. Sounds good, brother. Beamer turning green while sleeping. That's good, man. You got Beamer's got those nice long what's it called? Swing plays. The swing trader. Couple micros, 150 point plays, and he nails them. I'll give you that, Beamer. You nail those plays, so nicely done. Beamer USA was out 24,600 and out by R2. Nice. You mapped that play out. I think you called it last night too. You called two plays. You called the R1 play the day before, and you called the R2 play last night. So nicely done. Nice trades, Beamer. Nice swing trades, which is even more challenging and technical. So nicely done. Eco also had a nice trade yesterday. Eco called that short down to 400. I had said on the stream that I was watching 400 for the long. That was the 200 SMA on the 30-minute. And I did long on my personal account yesterday at 400, right before FOMC. Captured about 40, I think it was 35, 40 points. But Nico got a crazy swing play from the New York Open all the way down to 400. I was looking at 400 as the bounce on my personal. Played out. All right, NQ continues to push. How high will she go? 800 now. Beamer USA, 5 years of slogging and losses. Hey, man, it's the game. You just fine-tune it. Don't let the losses build you or kill you. All right, guys. Like I said, I'm locking it in. I'm watching the all-time highs here, but not trading anything else. Locking it in for today. I'll see you guys. For anybody who trades the Asia session, I'll see you guys tonight, 9:15 p.m. or tomorrow, Friday, last day of the week for New York session, tomorrow morning. So Julian, Beamer, Christopher, Peter Chan, Jesse James, Cooper, Nico, Carlos, if you guys are still around. I mean, I think all you guys got your green already, so probably out. Have a great day, guys. If you're in the green, lock it. If you're in the red, Careful. Don't try to recover it all in one shot. But like I said, I'm locking in, and I'll see you guys tonight for Asia or tomorrow morning for New York. Have a good day. Touch some grass. Need to touch some grass. I need to touch some grass. We shall have a good one, brother. Peter Chan, have a good one. Good luck to everyone. Laters.